What you choose to focus on is what you'll start to feel about yourself, what you'll start to think about yourself, regardless if it's true or false. What you focus on grows. And I know you hear that saying a lot, but let me explain to you in a way that you never heard before. So, with that being said, welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, High Guidance. Let's go ahead and talk about it. A lot of people do not understand that everything is a transaction energetically. Regardless if you're spiritual or have a specific religion that you believe in, whatever you believe in is going to manifest. And a lot of people don't understand that we are what we feel. And it's really important that you're being mindful of what you watch, what you listen to, what you condone, and what you engage in. So, for example, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. I always tell you guys that if people are not uplifting you emotionally, psychologically, physically, financially, verbally, they're not pouring into you, they don't make you feel seen or heard, remove yourself. The only reason why you're having negative thoughts is because what you allow yourself to consume, whatever you engage, whatever you condone in. So, for example, if people are constantly doing things that are taken away from you and you're constantly watching it, whether it's on TV, online, or in real life, that's what you're going to start to focus on, because energetically, the only way for something to have access to you is if you give yourself permission to it. Now, consciously and subconsciously, some people may not be aware of the difference. So, let's just say you're out in public and somebody is fighting and you have the option to either remove yourself because the fight has nothing to do with you, or you engage in it. The only time you engage in negative energy is if you're going to transmute it, or break it up. So if you're not watching somebody fight to break it up or to come up with a solution to make it better and transmute the energy, you're now going to be a part of that energy. And it sounds very simple. I'm going to make a series and a playlist about it. This is going to be the first video on why it's important to recognize what is for you and what's not. The more and more you listen to people talk about gossip and revenge and enemies and jealousy and just low vibrational things, the more you become addicted to it. And it's not to discredit people who talk about enemies all the time, but it's like once you realize something's not for you, you have to remove yourself. Like, more people are infatuated with having enemies and envy and jealousy that you're being distracted. Even focusing on people that you look up to, like as in celebrities, politicians, like, you have to be mindful of what it is that you want. You cannot receive positivity if you're constantly focusing on the negative. And it is as simple as listening to music that degrades you. It is as simple as watching TV shows that make you feel unworthy or insecure. And it is as simple as surrounding yourself with people who do not uplift you, who do not allow you to be yourself. So, the challenge that I have for you in the beginning of my videos that I started posting in June, in each video, I assigned you guys a homework assignment. In order for you to heal yourself, in order for you to be the best version of yourself, you have to change your mindset. You have to be willing to change your behaviors. And most importantly, you have to be open-minded. And previously, I made a video about being open-minded. I'll probably put it up here on the screen, somewhere on the text, and informing you that when you are learning to let go of information that no longer resonates with you, anything that does not uplift you, anything that doesn't make you feel good about yourself cannot be in your current reality. So if you're trying to become healthier emotionally, physically, financially, you can't continue to focus and watch people who eat junk food. You can't continue to surround yourself with people who do drugs and smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol if you're trying to be sober. Like, you have to be willing to make the necessary changes in order for you to get to where you need to be. Now, of course, when you are cutting people, places, and things off that you were once familiar with that did not pour into you, that did not uplift you, you're going to go through withdrawals. And the withdrawals is just like a shock, because it's like when you're so used to being surrounded in trauma, you don't realize what peace is. Like, a lot of people think their healing journey is lonely and being by themselves is boring. And you know how traumatic you have to be in so many situations to think that peace is boring? So it's not to judge you, but it's just like, when you are being obedient, because I don't like sacrifice, you guys may or may not know that. I don't have to sacrifice myself or things that I want to get what I need. I could be obedient. I could become disciplined. When you are learning to be obedient, same thing with you. You have to realize, how is this affecting you? How is watching people get beat up making you going to be abundant? Because what happens is, What you focus on, like I said in this video, is what you start to feel and become about yourself. So if you're constantly watching people being beat up or being like harassed or the N word, psychologically, you're going to have certain thoughts that correlate to that. If you're constantly eating junk food, but yet you want to lose weight and you want to be healthy, you're going to get cavities. You're going to start to become lazy, or you're going to feel unmotivated. You're not going to be surrounding yourself with people who want to be healthy, who want to work out. Like, you'll become stuck and stagnant. And that's one of the biggest illusions other than your joy within itself. What you focus on is what you're going to start to feel about yourself, because it's energy. And the reason why a lot of people are not aware of this is because a lot of people, or a majority of people, excuse me, in this world like to manipulate people. The reason why a lot of people manipulate people is because they have low self-esteem. They think it makes them powerful, which if you have to manipulate anybody, you're not that powerful. You don't have to force people and places and things to respect you or like you, or to have the things that you want. If you have to force it, that means you're actually going against it, and it's going to be pushed further away. And another reason why people try to manipulate you is because they can have control over you. So that's why a lot of people think nowadays that corruption and toxicity and just drama and chaos is normal, when it's not. So when people like myself and other people who do the right thing are showing you those examples, you think they're lame, you think they're boring, or you think it's corny. It's not corny to be smart. It's not corny to be beautiful. It's not corny to be safe. It's not corny to be healthy. Like, the reason why it's so easy for people to be easily influenced when it comes to negative energy is because other people think they can be in charge and have power and run the world, but it doesn't work like that. And the more you raise your vibration, the more you understand about your energy, you're not just going to give anybody the type of day. And it has nothing to do with being superior. It's about boundaries and respect. So another thing you have to realize when you start to focus on certain things is the boundaries that you make. I only trigger people who do not have boundaries and people who are not meant to be around me. So if you're not meant to be around me, that has nothing to do with me. There's no correlation. And that's not my concern. It's not my business. People don't have to agree with what I'm saying. People don't have to like me. People don't have to like you. They don't. But it's like, once you make that clear, remove yourself. But surrounding myself with people who do not pour into me, who do not uplift me, watching TV shows that do not make me feel good about myself, it's draining. And a lot of these people that a lot of people look up to, I'm just going to say this because it's a lot of people that could be called out for this. Honestly, it's a group of people. They take your energy and they make money off of it. They capitalize it. Now, there's nothing wrong with making money because, as human beings, that is our currency. We do need that to live physically. So I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with working, but it's like, when you have a job and there's an exchange of money, it needs to be mutual. So for example, if you're a content creator, if you're a business owner, you provide services for the people. It's one thing to be a business person or somebody in power and just take from people, but yet you don't give anything in return. But the only reason why they're allowed to do that is because you're focusing on them. Focus your energy onto people that allow you to exist. And the more people learn to focus on things that make them feel good, everybody will be able to have a seat and room at the table that they want to be at so badly. People rather be liked and praised and... You guys, somebody's trying to call me. People rather be liked and praised by low vibrational entities and energies than to be alone and have positive energy about themselves or surround themselves with people who allow you to have an equal exchange. And I want you to know that your energy is very powerful. Like, speaking from experience, you guys, got something in my eye. When I was a little bit younger, I'm still young, but a little bit younger, I had to realize that quickly. Now, I have been gifted, just like everybody else, certain things about life, and I've applied that and I've learned. But like on my journey, as I've grown to be this person, immediately I had to realize everyone does not deserve my energy, because it's powerful. Because what happens is when people have negative intentions or they don't mean well, like I said, they think they're just going to take from you and cause you to feel stuck and stagnant. And if you surround yourself with the wrong people, you could lose your life prematurely. You can end up making certain decisions that you regret, or you can end up being in relationships that are abusive and toxic. And I know that from experience. There's a lot of people that we had to part ways because, one, they weren't on the same frequency as me. They weren't focusing on the things that I'm focusing on. So once again, when you focus on things that make you feel good, you're going to have boundaries. And the only people that are going to be offended by it are the people who are not supposed to have access to you. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to end off this video. But this is just the beginning of one video. I'm making a new playlist. Check out, what is it called, you guys? The community. Check out the community on my YouTube page. I made a poll for you guys to ask questions and let me know the next couple of topics, as well as follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at @Guidance to stay up to date. And if you want a one-on-one session, head to my website at TyGuidance.summer.com. You guys, there's this bright light. So if I start to like keep looking away, or if I keep moving around, I need to work on my lighting. Like, I don't know if you guys can see like the shadow. There's this bright light. It's so bright. Okay, and somebody tried to call me as I was making this video. But this is just the beginning. What you focus on is going to grow. So until you're ready to heal yourself, until you're ready to be serious, keep that in mind. Things are not going to change if you're not serious. So if you're not serious, nobody's forcing you. Like, I cannot force healing onto people. The people that are going to get it are going to get it. Those who are not are not. But you cannot say when certain things have been given to you that you didn't know any better. It's a difference between ignoring education versus not being educated. Like, it's a difference. So it's like when you come across these videos, when you come across this channel, if you're serious about wanting to be better, you have to stop doing the things that you did. If not, how are you supposed to grow? How are you going to grow if you're constantly surrounding yourself with people that gossip? Even though you think you may not be a gossiper, you're going to fall into the category because you're listening. And a lot of people, like I said, do not realize when you surround yourself in places and spaces that you're not meant to be in, it could cause you to be stuck, or it could cause you to be in a path that you don't want to go down. You have to be very mindful of what you focus on. You have to be very mindful of who you're listening to, and always ask questions. Like when you watch certain things, when you see certain things, when you're around certain people, just ask yourself, do they make me feel uplifted or do I feel drained? Does this make me feel good about myself or does this make me feel bad about myself? Do they constantly say stuff to me that makes me feel good about myself, or are they constantly saying things about me that's going to make me feel bad about myself? Like, you really have to be mindful of what it is that you're watching. You have to be mindful of what it is that you're listening to. Like, you just have to be mindful of your time. So once again, I'm gonna make this into a playlist. It's a lot that needs to be said, but what you focus on grows. So if you don't want to be around negative energy and you're serious, you got to start cutting things off. Okay, stay tuned for the rest of the videos. I love you. Bye.